va laisser la Méditerranée. Échappons-nous vers l'horizon. Allons plonger, va laisser la Méditerranée. Échappons-nous vers l'horizon.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, AllyCats. And if you're not an AllyCat, subscribe, become one. Like this video, share this with your friends and family so that they can become AllyCats too. Turn on the notifications, that little bell down there, so you know when I post. I post every Friday. Kind of. Let's just get into this video. Today's video, as you can see, is another installment of my Basics series. And this one is the ever popular FOXY eyeliner. I understand why it's popular. It's so gorgeous and it's simple. Let's do this. As you can see, I have eyeshadow on. I have my base on. I have my brows on. I don't have a shirt on. Whatever, let's get into this. I've been so excited to do this tutorial. So, FOXY eyeliner. I will have up images of what that is in reference to if you don't know what it is, but it's pretty much a really cool technique to elongate your eyes and lift them. You really see this from Bella Hadid, but honestly, everyone is now doing this. I'm sure you've heard of it by now. And I'm going to show you how to do this specifically for hooded eyes because I have hooded eyes. So I'm going to show you how I create this look on my hooded eyes. If you don't have hooded eyes, you can still follow this tutorial and do more of your usual wing, but with more of a lift to it. And you're going to be able to follow along, okay? So hooded eyes, what is that? A great way to know if you have hooded eyes is if you've ever struggled with winged liner and doing a wing and then you look forward. Where'd it go? Where did my wing just go? It disappeared. What I do see is crooked and it's all like it doesn't look like smooth, and like when you're looking down it looks so smooth and perfect and like a, you know, a nice triangle shape. But when you look forward, it looks like bent, broken, or just not there, period. Check out my basic series for winged eyeliner because some of the techniques used today will be following those same techniques to create winged eyeliner on hooded eyes. This is just a little more specific because it's FOXY eyeliner. And if you like this cut crease, then check out my other video that I just filmed, or look forward to that video because I don't know which one I'm going to release first. Let's get into this. I'm talking too much, as always. I'm going to be creating a brown wing. That's just what I want to do. You can do this with black eyeliner. You can also do this with eyeshadow. It doesn't have to be a liquid liner. Just follow these same techniques and you'll be able to do it. When I start out my FOXY eyes, I really like to do the inner corner first. If you've seen this look, you've seen that the inner corners are also elongated. So it's not just a wing at the outer corner. It's pretty much a tiny wing at the inner corner, but going either straight out or down. What you do will depend more on your eye shape. My tear duct naturally points down. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but it does naturally curve a little down. So when I create my elongated outer corner, I tend to like to keep it a little more level and straight. So I'm correcting it by going slightly straighter. It's still going to be downturned, but I just don't want it to be dramatically downturned, okay? This is where you just have to look at your own eye shape and decide what you're going to do. So let's do that first. I'm going to be using the AOA Studios Artista eyeliner pen, and this is in brown. This eyeliner, by the way, guys, it's a freaking $1 and it's bomb. Like, it is so bomb. It is amazing. It's like a really nice tip. It's a brush tip and it's very precise. The only thing is it can kind of bunch up on itself and stick to itself if you're creating a very thick line, like I do when I'm creating winged liner for hooded eyes. So it has to be set. I will place a shadow over top of it. That's the only downside to this liner, but it actually is really good, especially for $1. So we're gonna start by placing this as thin as possible in the tear duct. And we're going to continue that line just all the way across, very thin line, as thin as you can possibly go. Now to create that shape at the inner corner. I'm taking the tip and having it toward my eye as I place it back in the tear duct and then drag it out and just doing tiny little dashes. Just be very careful. Be steady. You can put your elbow on a table to stabilize your arm or keep it right up on your chest. I like to push it right to my chest and I kind of like stabilize my elbow on my boob, honestly. Big boob girls will know, like, you already have a shelf, you have a table right there, so just like use those. And you don't do the whole thing either. So you're not going to extend the top of it and then line the bottom of it too. You're only lining that very top. I'm going to go ahead and do that on the other side real quick. Now that both eyes are lined and you have both inner corners elongated, we're going to create that wing at the outer corner. Now with this, you do want this to remain thin, uplifted, so a higher wing. Just try and be as thin as precise as possible with the line, which is why you need a good eyeliner. You need a liner that's going to do most of the work for you, okay? If you have a liner that just gets thick on you really easily, that is not your fault. That is the liner's fault. And that's where you have to play with different liners and figure out which one is going to be best for you. I really love this one though. This is where I have the most skin from the hooded eyes. So what I like to do is make a little sketch of where I'm going to have my wing first. I'll visualize how high I want it to be. Visually, I want it to come up right about here. I'll show you. And I made like the tiniest dot. I don't think you're going to see that. I made the tiniest dot. From my little dot, I'm going to drag it down. You can see a weird little line there. Doesn't look good, but you have a little outline now. You can also do this with eyeshadow. If you want to just outline your wing and shadow first, that is perfectly fine. And then you can go over it with your liner. Now what we're doing is creating a triangle from the outer corner. What you're going to be doing is constantly looking forward in your mirror and seeing what your wing looks like. My wing looks way too thin. It's not complementing my eye, the size of my eye, or my eye shape. So I need it to be thicker. I'm going to create a triangle at the outer corner by making this little line that's going right where it's creasing at the outer corner, right where that heaviness is. And then connecting it back up to that tip. Now what you want to do while you're doing this is if you're feeling like this liner is really wet, don't look up. Wait a moment. Just wait a moment, hang out with your eye like this, and then when you can, look forward and see what that looks like. So you're seeing, now it's starting to look a little more like a normal looking wing. I want it to be higher though. I'm going to elongate it and lift it a little more. And you can see, I just kind of fucked up. I made a little bit of a weird blob looking thing right there. I'm just gonna take a little eyeshadow primer. You can use any primer you want. A tiny little concealer brush, push up on where I just fucked it up, and pull that toward the tip. Boom. Now it's not there anymore. So don't freak out when you mess up. You can always fix it. You can start to see where this wing is going and flowing all the way across, and it looks like it's just one line. And when you look forward, it's looking like a normal wing. You look down and you can see that there's like this triangle going on here. I'm gonna go ahead and do this on the other side and get them even. It's gonna take a moment, I know it. And I will be right back. Okay, so now I have both sides on. So like I said, I like to set this liner. So I'm going to use the Marvelous Mauves palette from Dose of Colors. And I'm going to use the shade Wine Stain. I'm just going to take an angled brush. This one is from Royal and Langnickel. This is the BMX 498 brush. I'm going to go ahead and dip into that shadow and just set the liner. What's good about this too is once you set the liner, you can also help close that little gap there. Because I know it doesn't look fully clean. It doesn't look perfect like the normal wings you see. But it is a great technique to give you that winged liner effect. And that will help disguise it a little bit with just a little shadow in that area. You have your foxy eyes. Now, if you were to wear a ponytail or something where you could really pull your eyes back like this or do some face tape, you could really get that pulled back effect. Or even just like pulling your hair back and tying it in some fashion like that to where you can really get that pulled back, tight, lifted effect. You know I'm about to pose. Let's get into this. I'm about to pop some lashes on, finish my lip. I'll be right back. I really hope that you found this tutorial helpful. If you have any ideas of what you would like to see next in my basic series, please comment it down below. I would love to keep doing this series. I actually have many more planned, so get ready. And if you want to see more of those, subscribe. Please subscribe, become an AllyCat. AllyCat. Like this video, share it with your friends and family so that they can become AllyCats too. Turn on the notifications, it's so important, that little bell down there. Turn them on so you know when I post. I post every Friday, sometimes. So please turn on the notifications. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all. Bye!
Allons plonger. Va laisser la Méditerranée. Échappons-nous vers l'horizon.
This is coconut oil. At least it's good for my hair, but like, God, I have to go wash this off. Bye.